How do you make this flimsy little light stand hold up this 7-pound monster? Easy. You rip off the head. When you're traveling, weight and size is really important. The AD200 is really heavy. That thing is over 6.5 pounds. And the lightest light stand, the most lightweight light stand that I trust it with, is an Impact LS8. It goes up to 8 feet. Yeah, it wobbles, but it never falls down. Here's a couple of AD600s on 10-foot impacts, swaying in the wind, but they never fell down. I've had really good luck with these, and they're the most lightweight of the travel tripods. The only problem is they're pretty big, and they barely fit in a suitcase. They don't weigh much. The LS8 weighs 2.2 pounds. Then we have the K&F Concept 86-inch here. This one weighs 2.4 pounds. It collapses shorter than the LS8, but it's thicker. It's wider. So these are the two strongest ones, but they still take up space and weight in a suitcase. So it would be great if I could have it, that thing on something really lightweight and flimsy like this. This is a Nissan LS50C. It only weighs 1.25 pounds, and it's this small when you break it down. So look at the difference. If I could make that fit on this, that would be a miracle. That's where something like this comes in. This is an extension head. The bulk of the weight is this thing here. It's the battery and the guts of this thing. The actual flash bulb doesn't weigh much, so what this does is it puts the flash head on the stand. It's got the Bowens mount, and then you take the bulb out. The bulb just plugs right in here, like that. And then, I mean, you can put a modifier on it stuff. And then you have a cord that then goes and plugs into the big heavy thing. The big heavy thing stays on the ground, or it's attached to the bottom of the light, so, you know, to keep the center of gravity. And then this goes way up high, and that weighs nothing. You take all the weight and put it on the ground. So now I don't need the big heavy light stand anymore. Now I can use the really lightweight light stand. This thing weighs nothing. This is literally 1.25 pounds. It's super, super lightweight. So now I can have a lighter weight head on a lightweight stand, and I have a heavy weight down here. I could attach this heavy thing to the stand somehow so it's not going to blow over. Now, a lot of people are going to say the main reason for doing this is to transfer the weight from up here to down here, so there's not a lot of pressure up here on the stand. Yeah, that's true. I get that, and that is true. But as far as blowing over, I've never had a stand blow over ever because there was a bunch of weight up here. Stands blow over because there's nothing holding them down here. They're not weighted down well enough. Now, some people think that putting the battery pack down here is going to keep it from blowing over. It might help a little bit, but when you have a modifier like this, and the wind catches this is not going to prevent the whole stand from blowing over in the wind. This is not enough weight. You need to put heavy stuff on the feet, like rocks and stuff like that. This is not enough weight to prevent anything from blowing over. So that's not the reason to really do this. That's what people think. Oh, I put this down here so it's not going to blow around. No, if you got a modifier like this, it's going to blow over. So it doesn't matter if this weight is down here or up here. If you're using a modifier, you need to use some heavy duty weight on the base to hold it down. That's not enough. So I want to clear that up right away. When you're indoors, that's a different story. But anyway, so yeah, if you're using a modifier like this, then I cannot use my lightweight Nissan stand. This can't hold a modifier like that. So you got to use a more heavy duty stand anyway when you're using a big modifier. But usually when I'm on location, I don't use big modifiers. I just use this thing, and this doesn't require any extra heavy-duty stand. So if I'm using a big modifier, I'm going to use the original sturdy light stand anyway, so weight distribution is a really good main issue. The issue with me here is this is just not portable. It's just not fast and easy to do. This is clunkier, it's not fast to set up, big fat giant cord. The thing that I hate the most about this thing is look at how fat this cord is. This is not a lightweight, tiny little cord that you can, roll up really easy. This is a very unyieldly. I mean, I know they don't want it to break and all that, but I mean, couldn't they have made a thinner cord or something? This is just, I hate this. This is just not a portable setup. Photography should be fun, right? This does not make it fun. This makes it, you've got more crap to put in your suitcase. It's heavier. It's more size and weight. And I like portability. I like portable. I like small. I like lightweight and fast. And this, to me, is portable, lightweight, and fast. Everything is contained right here. There's not all this dangly stuff, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to do, you know, this is it. This is the whole flash right here, self-contained. It's not going to fall over because the weight is here. It's going to fall over because there's nothing securing it down here. So that's really the issue. I always get rocks and put it down there, and I've never had a problem with this, ever. And it's more portable. So if I want to go to the next location, I just do this, I just walk to the next location. You know, imagine trying to do this with the cord and the thing and that, and it's just not as easy. This is easy to use. And then when we get to the location, we just open up the feet and it's ready to go. We don't have to set up the head and the cord and the power supply and the back, have all these different parts. I know you might say, like, okay, if it falls over, the whole thing breaks, whereas if you got the head up here and it falls over, you're just breaking the head, nothing else. Yeah, but I've never had anything fall over. In 15 years, I've never had one fall over. And usually, if there's a modifier attached, the modifier breaks, but not the flash. I've never had one of these snap off, break over, fall, or anything. I always put heavy rocks on the base. That's what I like about the impact light stands. The base is nice and wide, so I can put big heavy rocks on there or whatever. There's always something heavy in the area. It makes no sense to get one of these to try to save weight because you're trying to use a flimsier light stand. The difference between the sturdier light stand and the lightweight light stand is 1 pound. This weighs 2.5 pounds. If you really like the idea of having a power supply down below and the head up above, this also, the good thing about the AD200 is the head comes off. You got your battery down here. This thing attaches to the battery pack really easily. It just clicks on, and then the head clicks on this way. And then this has a hot shoe that you can then mount to a ball head or whatever. What I suggest you do is you get a little pouch like this, just a little lightweight pouch that's got holes in it so it can breathe. And then you put this thing in there, and then you just hang it. Like this stand has a knob here that you can attach stuff to. So you hang your pouch to that. So now you have your center of gravity, big heavy thing down there, and your head's up here, and you got a cord. This just looks more professional. This just got more of a, do you have a permit for that? I mean, this looks more like a real photography shoot with a big heavy cord and all that. You know, for me, I just like ease of use. I like things that set up quick, really simple, and that's that. I mean, like here, for example, you put an AD200 on a stand, you're ready to go. There's no separate anything, no cords, no power supplies. I put some heavy weights down here. It's not going to fall over. So, I mean, there's a few situations where a head comes in handy, but I don't know. It's just, for me, it's just too much crap to deal with. It's too much hassle and annoying stuff to lug around. That's just me. I don't know. People were asking about it, and there's my response to it. So, okay, well, I hope it answered something. And I know there's people that like these things. I'm not a huge fan of them. Anyway, all right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.